another thing that I've just recently come across, and that's from like me posting my food pictures on just other platforms as well. I'm getting like requests for photography. So if you have like good photography skills and you're just a social media content creator, a lot of times brands are reaching out to you just because they like your photos, right? Or your photography skills. So maybe if you don't want to post for them on your social media account, maybe you can just propose a photography session for them and charge them for that.
Yeah, for sure. And then like as an example, talking about like small creators, like Helen was saying, has like a ton of followers on TikTok. I only have, like I said, like 1,600, but I already have brand reaching out to me, and it's not a lot of money. Like it's great, don't get me wrong, but like I'm saying compared to what Instagram would offer. But if you think about it, right, if you need to reach out to like I don't know, like hundreds of millions of views to get like $1,000 versus a brand can come to you and you can make like 250, 500 for like a 30 seconds video, I think that's pretty good. So there's definitely hope for smaller creators as well.
One thing I wanted to add as well is for smaller creators, providing a service could be an easy way to monetize as well. That's one way we've been able to monetize, and it's really been helping me out through the podcast. Is generating the leads for my business. That's been like one of the most prominent ways we've been able to monetize. A client can pay $1,000 a month, or even upwards of 3 to 4K, right? Whereas a brand deal, it's a lot harder to command those kind of dollars from a brand directly through going straight to the audience, being able to monetize and be able to provide for ourselves. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. All right, I'm done speaking.
Yeah, I was gonna add something. So I totally agree with Alex. So for example, for me, like because my content is mainly educational and it lives on Medium and Skillshare. I don't do brand deals because it just doesn't really make sense for me. But the thing is that I'm able to make residual income from these platforms themselves, and something too that is that benefits me a lot is that a lot of the time, because the content is educational, there would be people like messaging me for like career coaching or design coaching, and then from there I can like charge for coaching.
I think that's a huge point. I think that's actually massive. Asa and I are talking about like monetization on Instagram and YouTube. We talk a lot about different things and how we do it. But basically, one of the things that she recommended to me was in general was like consulting. And that's the same idea of what you're saying is like you can sell that kind of educational piece on Skillshare, and then later on they can reach out to you and you can charge, I don't know, XYZ dollar for an hour to do that exact same thing. So yes, maybe brand deals might not be like the long-term thing, or maybe it is, depending on what it is. But like, if you know your worth, it's just how do you market that to other people and get that information out there so that they can use you as a service. Because I know my worth. I know I can take good shots. I know I can take good videos. But how do I tell that to somebody, or even on the restaurant brands, and say, I wanted to run all your social media and do that for you and charge $5,000 for that month? So it's a lot of great different things that you can do.